Hey y'all, it's Aiden, or Battlelord Cutter here, and welcome to today's video. Today, I want to talk to you all about the new Modern Warfare 2 and its strengths and weaknesses 1 week post-release. Now, I'm sure if you've been on TikTok in the last month or so, you've heard nonstop about the TTKs and the biggest removal of them all being slide canceling and how skill-based matchmaking is ruining the game and how everything is just bad. Today, I wanted to give my opinion on everything and kind of just break down what I've been through in the first week of this release. I will be addressing all those things previously said, as well as the campaign and the rest of the multiplayer later in the video. But real quick before that, all I'm asking for is a like and a sub, and make sure you ring the bell so you never miss a future upload. And with my lack of uploads, that could be any day. Thank you so much, and let's just get right into our first topic. Quick heads up, there will be some spoilers ahead. Please skip to the multiplayer segment if you don't want information about the campaign spoiled. First part I want to talk about in the campaign is the graphics. And if you can see the video that you're watching now, which is a pre-recorded thing, it is absolutely beautiful. The first scene in which Ghost is talking to Shepard and Graves about the assassination of the leader. I have no idea what his name is, but you guys know the leader. The visuals of him climbing through rocks, and then the sounds of the helicopters passing, and then controlling the missile, and then the missile scene itself is honestly, I would say, one of, if not the best Call of Duty scenes graphically that we've ever seen. It honestly takes the cake of like a pure graphic scene. It is the best. The next thing I want to talk about is the story. I think the story was really good. I think in total between Modern Warfare 2019 and now in Modern Warfare 2, I think that Modern Warfare 2 blew 19 out of the water. I think the COD developers really took to heart what happened in Modern Warfare 2019 and wanted to really improve upon it, and I think the story devs did an amazing job. The ending is beautiful. I think the whole revenge story for, how we lost Ghost and how we lost Roach in the original Modern Warfare, giving the fans kind of a new timeline, a new story where their favorite characters live, I think is amazing. Not to mention, at the very last minute of the campaign, during the credits, there's the scene where it's revealed that Makarov is back, segueing into what we would believe to be a new Modern Warfare 3, which we would have coming next after this. Or maybe it would be some sort of a thing for Warzone when that comes out, which should be soon from this recording. The very next thing I want to talk about is the guns. I will go into the guns in more in depth in the multiplayer segment, but for the campaign itself, everything was top notch. From being a sniper with the captain all the way down to fighting in the streets after being attacked by the Shadow Company. I think every level design and their weapons and the way that you scavenge for bottles and you craft things using the backpack is just amazing. It gave the scene a lot of depth, and it made it feel like a movie almost. And that leads me into my next topic, which is the characters. The characters, I honestly believe, couldn't have been better. The whole relationship between Soap and Ghost was absolutely so funny and amazing to watch. You watch them go from being strangers and meeting to them just bickering and kind of bullshitting throughout the entire campaign, and it's awesome. I don't know what the mission's called, but when where they're in the streets and you're crafting and doing all that stuff, the little bickering and the random bullshit that those two have is absolutely like best friend type shit. As previously said, the backpack mechanic where you got to pick up supplies that you found in the streets and then craft them together to help you make it through was awesome. And that leads me into the new mechanics such as quick draw. I think quick draw is amazing. I think the whole pulling your pistol out without having to swap weapons is really cool. I love the part where Gaz is hanging upside down on the helicopter, and shooting upside down was absolutely very difficult. But it was very cool. And in the same mission, driving the cars and sticking your head out the window and shooting and then hopping back in the car was really sweet. I felt like a parkour master jumping between vehicles, and it just made the game a whole lot more entertaining. So I heard this debated, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Is this the best COD campaign ever? In my opinion, I don't think story-wise it is the best, like in comparison to like a MW3 or the original Modern Warfare 2. And in my personal opinion, I think Black Ops 1 is the best campaign in terms of story and storylines and all that. But this is a very, I would say probably a top 5 for me in campaigns, maybe even top 3. Now for the really interesting part of the video, the multiplayer experience. I know that for most, this topic will be heavily debated, as I hinted in the intro, so bear with me on this. And take into account that everything you hear from me is 100% just my opinion. and that each individual person has their own interpretations and opinions on the game. Leave a comment down below telling me your thoughts and ideas of the game. I'd love to hear what everyone thinks about the game. I'll start with the positives. Level design is very good, for the most part, subtracting that bitch-ass border map. The map seems very well made and sport tons of spots and changes in leverage, allowing for a more slow playstyle, which seemed to be the developer's intentions. In the greenhouse map, each section of like A and B side each have their own ups and downs, and they each have their own varying levels of ground height, allowing for much more of an operator style playstyle. The guns are absolutely amazing. Hands down, the best sounding, feeling guns in the entire COD franchise. They sound great, they look great, the customization is amazing, tons of perks and useful throwables, and a very nice change on the progression perk system. I love how in the game everything seems more balanced at the beginning, and once things start ramping up in a game with kills and like locations taking, like in domination and headquarters and all that, the unlocks of your already picked perks makes the game almost rise in intensity as you go on, making close games feel really nice. The variety in gun builds has been very prevalent, and I think and I hope that the game relies less on the quote-unquote best loadouts and more of a custom person-by-person made weapon systems. The new gunsmith is absolutely amazing. I love all the customization choices. You honestly can make thousands of weapon changes and little like quirks here and there to make your gun you. Knifing and the water combat feels really good. The water movement system feels nice. I think that it's fast enough to where you don't feel slow, but it's also like not too fast to where you can't really make it balanced. And now for the biggest change that everyone knows about is the movement system and the removal of the slide cancel game mechanic. Despite this massive change, the movement feels really good for a lack of a staple in the COD community, which being slide canceling. Every move in the game feels technical. It makes you rethink every movement or push that you want to do to take a certain spot. The slower movement really makes you rely on using flashbangs and grenades to really clear out a room to give you the best advantage possible to take it. I think that Call of Duty did an amazing job by taking out slide mechanic and still making the game feel like a really solid Call of Duty. The game modes are really cool. Hostage Rescue is becoming a personal favorite of mine. S&D feels amazing and feels balanced. The invasion mode feels really nice and makes leveling guns and just your level quite fun to do. The camo unlock in the game is a bit grindy, but it's not too grindy. It's a huge improvement of last year's system. Makes me really want to try to unlock the other camos without having to complete 12 challenges at 100 kills each. Makes the grind a little more easy on my sanity, you know? The old COD is back. I know you've had to have heard that. The toxicity in the community feels so refreshed for some reason. I go into each game and I actually get quite a good laugh out of it. And despite a signed form and agreement, everyone is very vocal, if you know what I mean. And now for some negatives of the multiplayer that I've experienced. And again, take these with a grain of salt as they are in my opinion, and you can feel totally different about this. Respawning distance feels like a goddamn marathon, especially on the border map where you spawn in, which you could probably see in the actual content or the gameplay of this video. Every time you die, you spawn in the very corner of the map, and it makes things feel less Call of Duty action based. And it makes it feel like I have to run a mile just to get back to where all the action is. Which I can understand why that would be a good thing, so stuff doesn't get too chaotic and crowded, but it kind of kills the immersion for me a little bit. This is going to be heavily debated, but the gun's TTKs do feel a bit weird. Now this could be easily fixed, and I'm not really too worried about it, as it could just be a slight change, but a lot of people were complaining, and it does feel a little bit weird. Seems like certain guns can kill way faster than the others, which is a normal thing, but it just feels a little bit too overpowered. Which leads me to my next point in that some guns are just absolutely broken. The SPR, the M4, the X16 Auto, and the rest of the shotguns. But this happens every year, so who really knows? I'm sure they'll fix it later on, we just have to give them time. As I've said before, the border map is donkey balls. Too long of a run, it's chaotic, cars acting like nuclear chains, and honestly, it just kind of gets boring as you go with not many paths and different houses to jump through. It just makes the game very boring. Now, this has affected me more than I've seen online, but the game for me has been unstable as fuck. I cannot tell you how many times I have crashed playing multiplayer with my friends. It's honestly not too out of the park to really say I've crashed maybe 3 or 4 times every time I get on to play. Another instability on this game is lag server wide. I'm not sure if you guys have experienced this yourselves, but me and my friends have definitely been in a game and the entire server lags, no matter whose computer, who's host, who's not. It really makes it weird, but I'm not sure why it happens, but I'm sure it could be easily fixed. It's just one of those things we got to give them patch time. This one's very controversial, and it could just be me being blind without glasses, but it is so hard to see certain models in the background of the game. The environment mixes and blends very well with some of the operators in the game, and it's been a little bit difficult to see. However, I did fix mine a little bit by just increasing my brightness a little bit and adding some contrast to the colors. I said before, shotguns are absolutely vicious and they need a nerf fast. I can't tell you how many times I've been absolutely mopped by the 725. It's crazy. They made it into a sniper again, and I cannot compete. Moving into our next topic, which is co-op, but I cannot say I have any opinion on this as I have not played it myself. My friends are not co-op people. And all I've seen on the TikTok community is that people are trying to use this to cheat. Guys, let's be real here. Don't cheat. It's been 1 week since the game's released. Stop trying to use glitches to upgrade yourself and level yourself. It's just not worth it, bro. Play the game. And moving into my last thoughts of this, I have a couple questions here in my notes. Is this the best COD ever? Personally, I think it has the potential to be one of the best, if not the best of all time. The maps, the guns, the campaign are all amazing. Multiplayer can be fixed very fast and made into an amazing game. I have a note here that says possible zombies, which if they do add that and they do it successfully, could make this game the best COD ever. Even if it doesn't replace what Black Ops 1 did and what BO2 did, this game can still be one of the best. Now, can the game's bugs be fixed? Absolutely. I am not worried at all about the imbalances and the crash bugs and all that, all the glitches and the lag. It's been 1 week, so we can't really harp on them too much. Just give them time to find these bugs and patch them out, and I think everything will be all right. I had this starred because I really don't like talking about it, but skill-based matchmaking, it's very controversial, but in my personal experience, I've gone against games where I'd have maybe 30 kills in an S&D, and then I'd go into one where there'd be really good people, and I'll maybe get 10 to 15. It really depends. I honestly think it's a good challenge. Because you don't want to be in really bad lobbies and think you're the best when you can be humbled and go against Tfue and get fucking demolished. I personally think the matchmaking for me has been quite good. I've never been in an absolute crazy streamer lobby, but some of you may have. Now, to wrap up all my thoughts, should you buy this game? Let's just say game is on sale, or maybe it's not on sale, and you're looking at it thinking, man, should I buy this game? In my opinion, you absolutely should. Me personally, the money buying the game is worth it just for the campaign, let alone the multiplayer and all the other tons of aspects of the game. I think it's one of the best campaigns. It's already one of the best multiplayers, and it only can get better from here. There's absolutely no reason why you shouldn't get it. I believe they're on sale right now too. I think I saw something that they're for 30 bucks for the Vault version, so if you can take advantage of that, I absolutely would before it's gone. That's the end of my thoughts there, guys. I just wanted to bring up some topics that I thought were important about the game and give it my own type of review. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you want more, I don't know, talk videos and just kind of low-key chill moments, then let me know down in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I will catch you guys next time. I love you a long time. Goodbye.